Check, check. Test 1, 2. Check, check. Make sure all the right buttons are pushed. So we're here tonight on the Moose 92.9. And dummy log was left in the studio. Hot button should have all new spots up there. Usual for Storm Link games. And if you would, Nate, like you have in the past, if you could record my kids at bats, bat 6 for Storm Lake, just keep it up there during the game so you can record, stop, and save file. And then once the game's over, I'll do the post game. You can save Brody's at bats, and then coach and maybe some players up here after the game. You can record those guys too. And if you got all that, a pitching change or something, let me know if you're ready to rip. We're going to go about 10 minutes. Get all that meat done. Awesome. Thank you. Dixie, what's happening?
Nothing much. Same old, same old.
What's up, brother?
Same old, same old.
Yeah? Going off for football this year?
I don't think so.
Come on, man. You'd be good.
I would, but
What?
I'm not meant for football.
Oh, I think you are. We need all the studs we can get.
Football's never really been my sport. Oh, the drumstick.
Hey, Dog, how long does this song last? Another short one after that. Yeah, we can play that. Then I'll take it after that too. I'll take it right out of this song, big dog. Who sings this song? Keith Urban, Sugar Man. All right. Check, check, check. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm going.
Good. We're getting nervous. We're going to do the PA.
What was that?
So we get nervous. We're going to do the PA.
92.9 KKIA The Moose. Music from Keith Urban
Like
and
Sugar
Sugar Man
National
right
Anthem.
there. We're going to take a break from the best mix of country music here on The Moose for some high school baseball tonight. Lakes Conference style. The Storm Lake Tornadoes hosting the Midgets of Esterville Lincoln Central. Same story across the way on the softball diamond. That ball game currently being aired on 97.5 KBBU. Baseball tonight here on the Moose, and the Esterville Lincoln Central Midgets a season ago won 33 ball games, lost only 3. They finished runner-up in the Class 2A state tournament, losing to Van Meter in the championship game. For the Storm Lake Tornadoes, they entered tonight 15-4.
Welcome to Storm Lake and Tornado Baseball. Tonight we welcome our guests from Esterville Lincoln Central.
Certainly a lot on the line tonight. But
The next game for the Tornadoes is on Friday at home versus Spencer, 5 o'clock JV, varsity to follow. The umpires for tonight's game are Tegan Meyer and Preston McCoy. Now let's meet the starters. First for the visitors from Esterville Lincoln Central. Batting first, number 5, pitcher Owen Larson. Batting second, number 2, playing center field, Aiden Swanson.
for 5 and 5.
Batting third, number 14, catcher, Blake Evans.
Lake 12-4, the final score in 5 innings. That's
Batting fourth, shortstop, number 20, Cale Miller.
In this varsity match,
batting fifth, number 37, playing first base, Kendall Malachek.
Jake Eady pitching.
Batting sixth, number 17, third baseman, Kyle Quastad.
Owen Larson. Larson on to
Batting seventh, number 32, designated hitter, Cade Crease.
2.10, and in 23.
Batting eighth, number 28, playing left field, Hayden Cornwall.
9 and has walked only 9.
Batting ninth,
now Jake
playing right
Eady
field, number
with his
12,
2-2
Carson
record,
Grange.
an earned run average of 1.73.
And playing
He
second
has
base,
thrown
number 8,
24 in the
Dylan
third innings,
Petta.
45 strikeouts, 11 walks. So we have a terrific
ELC is coached by
matchup
Lee
tonight
Evans.
between Jake
Now the
Eady
starters for the Storm Lake
and Owen
Tornadoes.
Larson.
Batting leadoff, number 5, first baseman, Charlie DeVertston.
Carroll Tigers. Final score was 13-5.
Batting second, pitching tonight, number 7, Jake Eady.
Win last night as they beat Forest City.
Batting third, number 6, center fielder, Edgar Barrerio.
So we'll set the scene here tonight.
Batting fourth, number 25, playing third base, Carson Lohman.
Storm Lake radio stations over on Mix.
Batting fifth, wearing number 1, shortstop, Hunter DeMay.
Out to Aurelia and Sioux Central.
Batting sixth, number 2, left fielder, Brody Bachman.
Esterville Lincoln Central game is currently underway.
Batting seventh, number 30, designated hitter, Aiden Phillips.
For the respective teams, but first we'll take a
Batting
break
eighth,
for the
number
playing of the
11,
national anthem, and
playing
I'll be
second,
back with
Alan
more
White.
coming up right here on 92.9.
Batting ninth, number 8, right fielder, Jake White.
2
And
minutes to pop me
catching,
up. 2
number
minutes to
28,
pop me up.
Ty Bottle. The Tornadoes are coached by Michael Knapp, Mark Eady, and Kevin Lopez. Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Sit over this place.
All right, I'll take it after this spot, please. I'll take it after this one. Thank you.
Got it.
I'll take it after this spot.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Go get him, Jay.
Is this any jobs? Yeah. I talked to him last time. Was someone else. Oh, for real?
Welcome back to the University and Storm Lake High School baseball field here in Storm Lake, Iowa. Sunshine, a little bit of cloud cover, 81 degrees. Will be our game time temperature as Jake Eady begins his warm-up pitches for this evening's matchup with the midgets of Esterville Lincoln Central. And head coach Lee Evans has the following batting order. Pitcher Owen Larson will lead things off, followed by the center fielder Aiden Swanson. Batting third and catching Blake Evans. Cleanup hitter is the shortstop Cale Miller. Batting fifth at first base, Kendall Malachek. Batting sixth and playing third base, Kyle Quastad. Batting seventh and DHing is Cade Crease, who bats for the second baseman Dylan Petta. Batting eighth in left field, Hayden Cornwall. Batting ninth, right fielder Carson Grange. Defensively tonight for Storm Lake, Brody Bachman in left, Edgar Barrerio in center, and Jake White in right field. Carson Lohman at third, Hunter DeMay at short, Alan White at second base, Charlie DeVertston at first, Ty Botholt behind the plate, and Jake Eady, the senior right-hander, ready to roll, and hopefully you are too in your favorite easy chair with something to munch on and a whole lot to wash her down with. Chris Bachman, the play-by-play. Nate Titus back at the studio here on 92.9 KKIA and StormLakeRadio.com. First pitch hit the right field. Down the line, Jake White giving chase, and it falls in. This is extra bases. Owen Larson digging for two. He's thinking three. He rounds second base, and Larson is coming into third with a leadoff stand-up triple. What a start to this baseball game by Owen Larson, right down the right field line. First pitch fastball. He stands at third base with nobody out for Larson, his first three-bagger of the season. And now that'll bring up Aiden Swanson. He's looking to put this ball in play. Right side preferably as Eady from the stretch, facing the right-handed hitting Swanson in the pitch. Breaking ball has him bailing away, and it breaks across for a called strike one. Aiden Swanson is a junior coming into tonight hitting .370. Owen Larson gets off of the third base bag as Eady with a one-strike count delivers this pitch, and a bunt attempt missed, and it's quickly 0-2. There's a safety bunt right there, just trying to put it in play to the right side. This game, great pitchers with Larson and Eady. Every run so important, and you get a leadoff triple. Definitely want to push that run across. Jake now with the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Hits Aiden Swanson on 3 straight sliders. 1 out here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up the Midgets catcher, Blake Evans. Evans has played a lot of baseball in his ELC career, now in his senior season, hitting .512. 22 hits and 43 at-bats. Plenty of power. He's slugging at .953. Left-handed batter with Larson at first, and the fastball down the middle for a called strike one. On deck hitter, Cale Miller. No score. We're just underway. Top of 1. Owen Larson at third base after the leadoff triple. There's 1 out, and Eady sets, and the one-strike pitch inside with the fastball counts even. Storm Lake 15 wins, 4 losses, 2-1 in the Lakes. ELC 13-4, 3-0 in conference games. 1 ball, 1 strike count here to the left-handed hitting Evans, and the pitch slider inside. Doesn't chase after that one, and the count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Once again, we'll keep you updated on the progress of the softball game as Storm Lake and ELC both undefeated. What a great matchup tonight here in Storm Lake as Jake sets on the mound, delivers. Fastball chopped toward shortstop. Hunter DeMay will back off, field on the second hop. Throw across, picked by Charlie DeBurston out at first base. Larson scores easily, and Esterville Lincoln Central takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI groundout off the bat of Blake Evans. So with a run in, 2 outs, the bases are empty, and it brings up the shortstop for the Midgets, Cale Miller. And Jake from his windup now delivers. Slider catches the inside corner for a called strike one. Just terrific control of that pitch. Move it inside portion, outside portion. Works quickly, 1 strike pitch, fastball hit the right field. Jake White coming in, man, it gets past him, and this is gonna roll all the way to the wall, and rounding second base, Miller, he's gonna get a triple himself, and how about that? 2 triples in 1 inning for ELC. Well, that ball slicing to the left of Jake White as he was coming in toward the baseball, maybe misjudged it a bit, and it zips right past him. And a 2-out, 3-bagger for Cale Miller. And Miller, that's his first triple of the season. And that brings up Kendall Malachek, the first baseman for ELC. Midgets ahead 1-0. And the pitch. Slider, and it's in there for a called strike one. 2 outs here in the inning. Miller aboard at first. Jake Eady sets, and the pitch. Look out. Hit Malachek right in the back, and runners at first and third now. That'll bring up Kyle Quastad, the third baseman for ELC. Storm Lake center fielder Edgar Barrerio just a shade toward left. 396 to straightaway center and 326 down the lines. I know it's early, but top of the first inning, a run in already. This is a important at-bat right here for both Quastad and the Tornado pitcher, Jake Eady. And the pitch. This one fouled straight back to the netting for strike one. So Malachek aboard at first, held on by Charlie DeBergston. At third base, Cale Miller. 1 run on 2 hits thus far in the inning, and a long look at Coach Lee Evans here by Kyle Quastad. And he's finally going to get both feet in the batter's box. Eady's ready to rip, and Jake now delivers this pitch. There goes the runner. Throw down is through. DeMay's tag is late. Not going anywhere at third was Miller, and a stolen base for Kendall Malachek. That pitch was a called strike, and it's now 0-2 to Quastad. 1-0 ELC, top of 1. Runners at second and third base, 2 outs. And Jake steps off. He'll look through the signs again. The catcher Botholtz. Now the pitch delivered, and the slider's up in the zone. On deck hitter, the DH Cade Crease. As Eady now peers in for the sign. Runners get their leads. Jake sets, and the pitch. Here's a pop-up, foul territory, and it's going to get out of play behind home plate near the first base bleachers. Quastad stays alive with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. A run in here in the top of the first for the visiting ELC Midgets. They have runners at second and third base, 2 ball, 2 strike count, and the pitch. That one a good backhanded stop by Ty Botholtz. That saves a run right there. Runners remain at second and third base, fastball uncorked by Eady. And Jake now sets on the hill. And the pitch. Slider in there, called strike 3. Rain down the aisle, Quastad down on strikes. But ELC fights 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left on base. We head for the bottom of the first. Esterville, Lincoln Central 1, Stormwood 0. Tornadoes at the plate when we come back after this on 92.9 The Moose. ELC starting pitcher Owen Larson, 3 wins, 1 loss, an ERA just a shade over 2. Opponent's batting average 170, and this kid has struck out 49 batters in 23rd and a third. He's a right-hander facing Charlie DeBergston to start the bottom of the first. 1-0 Midgets, and the fastball paints the outside corner for a called strike. Jake Eady and Edgar Barrerio follow. 1 strike pitch, and that slider misses away. Carson Lohman cleanup. Hunter DeMay bats 5th. Brody Bachman 6th. Aiden Phillips DHing tonight. Slider high and tight, 2-1. Alan White and Jake White round out the batting order for the Tornadoes. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch now on the way to DeBergston. And that slider hits the outside corner, and it's even now. DeBergston coming into tonight's matchup, hitting .317, and the 2-2 pitch just low. Full count to DeBergston. Owen Larson, the right-hander, toes the rubber into the windup and the payoff pitch. Slider called strike 3. DeBergston down on strikes looking. So 1 out. That'll bring up the Tornado pitcher Jake Eady, who's been on a tear at the plate. Eady's average up to .431. Esterville Lincoln Central softball leading Storm Lake 6-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Larson's pitch, slider in there for a called strike one. Started at Jake, breaks across, catches the inside corner. Edie with 11 extra base hits and a pitch. Outside fastball, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake's slugging percentage, .677. The on-base percentage at .519. Pitch. One. Slider missing inside. 2 balls and a strike. Storm Lake in the state in Class 3A. Third best in on-base percentage at .466. There's a slider in there for a called strike 2. 2 ball, 2 strike count to Jake Edie. 1-0 Esterville Lincoln Central. Bottom of the first, 1 out, bases empty, and the pitch. Ground ball right at the shortstop. Cale Miller gets a Sunday hop, throws across to Malachek, and Edie is retired. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first inning, and it brings up the Tornado center fielder, Edgar Barrerio. Larson thus far has thrown 11 pitches. Edgar entering tonight's game is hitting .333. Left-handed batter, and the pitch away for ball 1. Edgar good on the base paths. Once he gets on there, he's 17 for 17 in stolen bases. Ground ball right at Miller, the shortstop. He'll field it, set it, fire across the diamond, wide throw. Malachek stays on the bag, and Valerio retired. And a 1-2-3 inning for midget pitcher Owen Larson. No runs, no hits, no one left at the end of 1. 1-0 ELC. This is high school baseball on 92.9 KKIA. Take it. Top half of the second inning, 1-0 ELC. Bottom third of the order due up here for the midgets. DHK Crease leading things off. And Jake Edie's slider catches the outside corner for a called strike to the right-handed hitting Crease, who is a senior, hitting .342. And home plate umpire called time. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Hayden Cornwall and Carson Grange follow here in the top of the second. And Jake now delivers the 0-2. Slider got him swinging, bounces away from Botholt. He'll pick it up, throw it down the Diverston, and there's the play. Strikeout number 3 for Jake Edie. And with 1 away and the bases empty here in the top of the second, it brings up the ELC left fielder, Hayden Cornwall. Cornwall, right-handed batter, senior, hitting .240. And Edie now delivers this pitch, and the fastball's high. Jake, well, he always takes on the toughest opposing pitcher. He's done that for a couple seasons now. 2 wins, 2 losses thus far. Pitch delivered. And that slider over for a called strike 1. Beautiful night for a baseball game here in Storm Lake, Iowa. We'll call it partly cloudy, 81 degrees. 1-1 pitch. That one a bit low, 2 balls and a strike. If you're just tuning in, Owen Larson hit the first pitch of the game down the right field line for a leadoff triple. 1 out later, he scored on Blake Evans' ground out. And that's the difference thus far. The pitch, chopper, foul, first base side near the midget's dugout. And our count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the softball game 6-0 ELC after an inning and a half. One out here, bases empty. 2-ball, 2-strike count to the right-handed hitter Hayden Cornwall. And a pitch. Swing and a miss and a slider down in the dirt. Bounced away from Botholt. Hill barehand pickup. Thrown down to Bergston. And back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the second inning. 4 in the game. And an update in the softball game. It's now 6-0 at the end of 2 innings. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Number 9 hitter in the Midgets batting order, Carson Grange, now steps in. And the pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. Grange, another senior, batting 159 coming into tonight's game. This Midgets baseball team, as Edie's 1-strike pitch, slider low. They're 13-4, and 4 of those losses came during a 5-game stretch in the last week of May. As the 1-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes fastball. Those losses at Manson, Northwest Webster 3-2, followed by a 7-1 loss to Bishop Garrigan. They then beat Sioux Central. As Jake's 1-2 pitch, fly ball out of play right side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. And then after they beat Sioux Central, they lost to Mason City Newman. We know how good they are every year, 11-1. And that was followed by a 9-4 loss to MOC Floyd Valley. They've won 8 in a row since. 1-2 pitch, in there, called strike 3. Edie strikes out the side as Grange goes down looking at a slider, and the Midgets retired in order. No runs, no hits. We head for the bottom of the second. 1-0 ELC. More baseball in a minute on 92.9 The Moose. Carson Lohman hits the first pitch of the second inning. A bouncer over to second base, and the throw is made by Dylan Petta over to the first baseman, Kendall Malachek, and a 1-pitch at-bat for Lohman, retired on the ground ball out, and it brings up the Storm Lake shortstop, senior Hunter DeMay. Hunter's mom celebrates a big birthday today, so happy birthday to Angie DeMay. Fastball outside corner for a called strike 1. Hunter hitting .290 coming into tonight in the pitch. Ground ball foul, first base side past assistant coach Mark Eady. Head coach Michael Knapp in the third base box. No ball, 2-strike count. 1-0 the score, Esterville Lincoln Central. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And DeMay awaits the 0-2. This one a little pop-up. Short center field, long run, moving over, falls in. Center fielder Aiden Swanson fields it on a bounce. A little Texas League blooper there off the bat of Hunter DeMay, and the Tornadoes have their first base runner. That'll bring up the senior left fielder Brody Bachman.
Come on, Brody.
DeMay, 9 for 10 this year in stolen bases. Blake Evans, a good seasoned veteran catcher behind the plate. Larson will work from the stretch as Bachman digs in. And a throw to first base, DeMay gets back. Brody hitting .372. Collected his 6th double of the season last night in the win over Carroll. And Larson now his pitch. There's a drive right field. This one's going to get down. DeMay, it's going to go all the way to the wall. Hunter got a late start. He's digging for third. Michael Knapp is going to hold him up right there. No, Brody get back to second base. And he'll get back there. A ball roped down the right field line on the first pitch, and Bachman just picked up his 7th double. DeMay standing at third. Hunter, good speed. Not sure if he thought that ball was going to be caught. And now the Tornadoes with runners at second and third and one away here in the bottom of the second inning. Aiden Phillips, the DH, steps in. And Larson looks at Bachman at second, DeMay at third, and a slider got Phillips out in front, swing and a miss. On deck, Alan White. 1-0 ELC, but the Tornadoes runners at second and third and one out. And Owen Larson, long look at Evans, now sets. And the pitch. This one a ground ball. It's going to be over the head of the third baseman. DeMay scores. Bachman being waved in. The throw was cut off. And the Storm Lake Tornadoes lead 2-1. A 2-run base hit off the bat of Aiden Phillips. Third consecutive hits. And Aiden Phillips comes through with the base hits. And for Phillips, RBIs number 9 and 10. And Storm Lake in front 2-1, and Alan White, who pitched the JV game, will step into the batter's box. Phillips aboard at first. That got a big bounce off the turf over the third baseman, Kyle Quastad. And the pitch. That one gets off the catcher's glove. Down the second base is Phillips on a passed ball. And the Tornadoes have Phillips in scoring position now with one out. And a 1-ball, no strike count to Alan White. Jake White on deck. Allen, a freshman, hitting .217. And Larson sets. There goes Phillips to third. The throw by Evans. What is going on? He is out at third base. I don't know what was going on there, but Michael Knapp is having a stern talk right now with Phillips. You're at second, you're in scoring position, one out, and you're gunned down attempting the steal. Second out of the inning, bases empty, and there's a called strike to White, and the count now 2-1. Jake White on deck. Knapp still talking to Phillips in the dugout here. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. That's in there for a called strike 2. 2 runs in on 3 hits here in the second, and the pitch up high. Full count now to Alan White. And again, big brother Jake on deck. We're in the bottom of the second. Storm Lake has taken a 2-1 lead. And the pitch. Slider, ring him up, called strike 3. Inning is over. But the Tornadoes string 3 hits together. And Aiden Phillips, a 2-run single. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, no one left. At the end of 2, it's Storm Lake 2, ELC 1. You're listening to Tornado Baseball on 92.9 The Moose.
Once we park,
Alright, I'll take it after this. Top of the third inning, top of the order for ELC. Fastball inside to Owen Larson, ball 1. 2-1 Storm Lake with the lead. 1-0 pitch by Edie. Slider ground ball left side. Carson Lohman charging, fielding, fires across to DeBergston. And Owen Larson is retired by a man that is just automatic at third base. Carson Lohman has such a good glove on the hot corner there on the third base side. Leadoff batter retired, and it brings up Aiden Swanson. Struck out on 3 pitches, all sliders by Edie. And Jake has struck out 5 so far through the first trip of the order. There's a slider that's in there for a called strike 1. ELC scored a run in the first. Tornadoes answer with 2 in the second. And Edie now delivers this pitch. Another slider, foul tip. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And a step out of the batter's box by the right-handed hitter Swanson. And Edie now deals the 0-2. Fastball missed away. Blake Evans on deck. Softball game 8-0 ELC heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Edie now delivers a 1-2. Slider, swing and a miss. Fools Swanson again. 6 strikeouts in the ball game now for the right-hander Jake Edie. 2 outs, base is empty, and Jake is now set down 6 in a row. Brings up the left-handed hitter Blake Evans, who had an RBI ground out. In the top of the first, he's 0 for 1. And Edie's pitch. Bunts out in front of home plate. Edie quickly to the baseball. Picks up, fields, fires out at first base. Edie to DeBergston. Evans tries to bunt his way on, and he is thrown out by the Tornado pitcher. 1-2-3 inning. We head for the bottom of the 3rd. It's Storm Lake 2, ELC 1. More baseball in a minute on 92.9 The Moose. Moving down to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 2-1 score. Storm Lake leading Esterville Lincoln Central. This Midgets baseball team leads the Lakes Conference at 3-0. Storm Lake and Spencer tied for second at 2-1. Spirit Lake 1-2 and Cherokee 0-4. Spencer plays at Spirit Lake tonight. And Esterville Lincoln Central on Monday beat Spirit Lake by the score of 4-3. 9-1-2 for the Tornadoes. Jake White will lead things off, followed by DeBergston and Edie. Jake White Jr. comes into tonight's game hitting .436. And in 2 games this week has picked up 4 hits. Here's the pitch. Here's one fouled straight back. White to right-handed hitter. Tornadoes strung 3 consecutive hits together in the bottom of the 2nd. Take a 2-1 lead. Pitch high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Leadoff batter here in the 3rd, and the pitch. Look out. Breaking ball had Jake White diving out of the batter's box, but it missed inside, and the count goes 2-1. Owen Larson, 2 runs allowed on 3 hits, has 2 strikeouts. And that one almost got Jake White. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Has not walked anyone. So a 3-ball, 1 strike count for the leadoff hitter, Jake White. And the pitch. Here's a pop-up. Should get out of play first base side, and it goes to a full count. Well, the Storm Lake Tornadoes have tomorrow night off, and then Friday hosting Spencer. Esterville Lincoln Central also has tomorrow off, and Friday they play at Cherokee. Full count to White, and the pitch. called strike 3, fastball outside corner. Third strikeout of the game for Owen Larson. So with one away and the bases empty, it brings up Charlie DeVerksten, who struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch back in the first. Outfield straight away, and there is hardly a breath of air here this evening in Storm Lake. No wind whatsoever. Pitch outside. DeVerksten in his sophomore season not only hitting .317, but what a year on the mound for this kid. Pitch high for ball 2. DeVerksten is 4-0 on the season pitching this year with an ERA of 2.07. The Storm Lake pitching staff this year, opponent's batting average, third best in the state in Class 3A, 169. And DeVerksten, a big reason why, as he looks at a fastball in there for a called strike 1. Softball is now through 3 innings. ELC leads 8-0. Swing and a miss at a slider, and the count now 2-2. 2 ball, 2 strike count, 1 out, bases empty, and Larson delivers outside, and it's a full count. Good eye by DeVerksten. Trying to get aboard here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Storm Lake leading 2-1. And now the pitch. There's a chopper foul, first base side. Just reaching out to stay alive, really. That pitch on the outside portion, not a very hittable pitch. What's edible at the concession stand, Braden Hicks has eaten everything tonight. A couple hot dogs loaded with ketchup and mustard, and now has cheese and meat covered chips, and there's a called strike 3 with a fastball. Hicks and Marcus Lichtenberg up here in the press box tonight. Marcus is dining on the taco in a bag, washing her down with a red flavored Powerade. Owen Larson just washed down strikeout number 4, 2 away, and it brings up Jake Eady with no one on base. Fastball missed away. Jake rounded out to the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. Storm Lake in front, 2-1. Out hitting the midgets, 3-2. And the 1-0 pitch. Look out, slider misses in tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Storm Lake's team batting average. Talked about our pitching staff and the opponent's batting average. Storm Lake is 3rd in the state in Class 3A, hitting .325 collectively. There's one up and away. 3 ball, no strike count to Jake Eady with Edgar Barrerio on deck. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 Storm Lake. And a pitch down the middle for a called strike with the fastball. Jake steps back in. Larson into the windup. Delivers. That one missed high, and a ball 4 walk with 2 outs. First walk issued in the game by Owen Larson, who does not walk many. I mentioned in his 25 1/3 innings now, actually 26 complete innings as he's gone 2 2/3. Only his 10th walk. So a 2-out base runner for Storm Lake. Eady good on the base paths this year. Jake 14 for 16 is Barrerio. Awaits the first pitch. There goes Eady. Pitch up in the zone. The Evans throw sails high, and it's backed up by the second baseman, Dylan Petta. And Jake Eady swipes his 15th base of the year. So now in scoring position with a 1 ball, no strike count, Barrerio will dig in. Edgar grounded out to the shortstop, ending the 1st inning. Larson sets. And the right-hander delivers. Swinging a foul straight back over the press box. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Eady down at second base. Outfield straight away. 2 outs. 1-run lead for the Tornadoes. Barrerio at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch delivered. Swing and a miss. A big rip by Edgar. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes on deck hitter Carson Lulman. Larson, long look. Sets on the mound now. Looks at Eady twice. Comes home with a pitch. Swing and a miss. Edgar strikes out to end the inning. Larson strikes out 3 in the 3rd. 4 Storm Lake, no runs, no hits. 1 left on base. At the end of 3 complete, Storm Lake 2, ELC 1. More baseball in a minute on 92.9 The Moose. one more 30 after this. Jake Eady warming up for inning number 4. Storm Lake leads ELC by the score of 2-1. Brody Bachman in left field, Edgar Barrerio in center, Jake White in right, Carson Lohman at third, Hunter DeMay at shortstop tonight, Alan White at second, Charlie DeVerkston at first, Ty Bonholt behind the plate, and Jake Eady in 3 innings of work has given up 1 run on 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, no walks. He has hit 1 batter and faces 4, 5, 6 in the midgets order. Cale Miller lined a triple to right field back in the first inning. Pitch inside for ball 1. No errors by either team through the first 3 frames. Pitch. Fastball grounded up the middle. DeMay can't get there. Base hits. Cale Miller 2 for 2, hit number 3 for ELC, his second of the game. And it brings up the first baseman, Kendall Malachek. So the tying run on base to start the top half of the 4th inning. Malachek was hit by a pitch. Takes a long look at Coach Evans. Miller at first base. On the season, he is 8 for 8 in steals. Short lead. This one a foul ball, right side, out of play. 1 strike count. A big matchup tonight at both diamonds. Softball and baseball. The softball game featuring 2 unbeaten teams and ELC in front. 8-0 through 3 innings. Storm Lake leading the baseball game 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. 1 strike pitch, slider grounded right side, could be 2. Alan White will field the quick flip to DeMay for 1. The relay will not be in time.
Oh, no way! No way!
And that will be a 4-6 scoring play for the force out at second base. Malachek aboard at first with a fielder's choice, and it brings up Kyle Quastad. The important thing, you get the lead runner. There's 1 away now here in the top half of the 4th inning. And Quastad struck out looking to end the 1st. Each team 3 hits thus far in the baseball game. Storm Lake leading 2-1. Malachek, he stole second back in the 1st. Held on by DeVerkston as Eady will set. And the right-hander delivers. Fastball grounded slowly to Lohman. He'll have only 1 play, and that's across the diamond for the 2nd out. Smart play by Carson Lohman. Slow 2 hopper to the 3rd baseman, had no chance of getting Malachek. You don't want to make a mistake right there. Maybe a bad throw. Maybe the throw would be late. Then you have runners at 1st and 2nd and 1 out. You get the sure thing. 2 outs now in the inning. Tying run and scoring position for Cade Crease, who struck out swinging back in the 2nd. 2-1 Storm Lake lead. And the pitch. Sliders in there for a called strike 1. 2 outs, top of 4. Malachek, the runner at second base. Eady with the 1 strike pitch. Slider hit right at Lohman. Goes to a knee, can almost tag out the runner. Throws across the diamond, and there's the final out. Carson Lohman, 2 more assists in that 4th. For ELC, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head for the bottom of the 4th inning. Storm Lake 2, ELC 1. More baseball coming right up on 92.9 The Moose. Bottom half of the fourth inning, 4, 5, 6 in the Storm Lake batting order. Lohman, DeMay, Bachman due up. Facing Owen Larson, Storm Lake leading 2-1. Carson Lohman, a blooper, right field, base hits. And a leadoff single for Carson Lohman is hit number 4 for Storm Lake, and it'll bring up Hunter DeMay. Now Hunter DeMay certainly handles the bat well. We'll see what Coach Michael Knapp does in this situation with the leadoff batter Lohman aboard. And DeMay singled to right field. He's 1 for 1. Had a little Texas leaguer in the short right center. Lohman, short lead, and a pitch in there for a called strike with the slider. And Larson throw over to first. Lohman's back. Hunter DeMay, right-handed stick. Another throw to first. Lohman's back, standing up. Bottom of the fourth inning, Storm Lake in front, 2-1. Outfield straight away for DeMay. Larson delivers. Swing and a miss. And it's now a no-ball, 2-strike count. Lohman leads off the fourth inning with a base hit. Held on by Malachek. And a no-ball, 2-strike count here to Hunter DeMay. And Larson will set. And here's the pitch. Almost hit him inside with the fastball. Storm Lake offensively, this is a team that's been putting the ball in play. I mentioned the on-base percentage. 1-2, outside with the slider, 2-2 count now to DeMay. Storm Lake, third in the state in Class 3A with the fewest strikeouts offensively. Only 84 by this team this year. See if Hunter can put one in play. And now Larson, long pause, 2-2 pitch. Up in the zone, full count. Again, Bachman on deck. Lohman at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Tornadoes lead 2-1. 3-ball, 2-strike count. And Larson's pitch up in the zone, ball 4. Storm Lake with runners at first and second with Brody Bachman coming up. Brody's been swinging a pretty good stick, but boy, this might be the best time to see if he can't put one down the third baseline. He's beat out a bunt single already this season, a couple. Has Lohman at second, DeMay at first, Malachek up at the first baseline. However, third baseman Quastad still back a couple steps behind the third base bag. As Larson sets, here's the pitch. Bachman bunts it, pops it up, get down it does. Now it's a foul ball bunt attempt. 2-1 lead, Storm Lake here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nobody out with Lohman at second, DeMay at first. Quastad, not even with the bag yet. By the time the pitch is released, he might be. Bachman behind 0-1. He doubled his last at-bat and scored. As Larson delivers, there's a bunt put down, and that's going to go foul. Now you're behind 0-2. 0 for 2, trying to put down a bunt. Not really a sacrifice. Maybe that one. Gotta square up and put that thing on the ground. Popped up the first one. That one, a little more of a line drive bunt, but now Bachman in a tough spot behind 0-2. Watch out for the Larson slider here. Can certainly afford to waste a pitch. Nobody out, 2 on, 2-1 lead for Storm Lake. Larson will set. And here's the pitch. Fastball fouled off at home plate. Bachman fights it off and stays alive. It's a no-ball, 2-strike count. Lohman again at second. DeMay at first base. On deck hitter, Aiden Phillips, who had a 2-run single back in the second. Larson sets on the mound. And here's the pitch. Fastball fouled. Well hit, but foul. Third base side and out of play. Well, Bachman's seeing it pretty good right here. Haven't seen that slider on this 0-2 offering yet from Owen Larson. Outfield straight away. Right fielder Grange maybe shaded more toward the line after Bachman doubled to right field. His 7th double of the season, just one behind Jake Eady for the team lead. Called time, he's back in the batter's box. Runners get their leads. Another 0-2 pitch delivered. Slider fouled out of play again. So Bachman battling with Owen Larson. Toes the rubber now, does the right-handed pitcher Larson. Bachman, a senior, ready to go. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 on, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Good rip at it right there. Bachman, left-handed hitter. Ready to get back in the batter's box. Let's see if he can straighten something out here. Just get these runners advanced some way, somehow. 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Larson, long look to his catcher, Blake Evans. Sets on the mound. Once again, let's do the 2-strike pitch as he delivers. Slider missed away. Good eye. 1 ball, 2-strike count. Tornado baseball tonight on 92.9 KKIA The Moose. Ida Grove, Shaler, Storm Lake. We're online at stormlakeradio.com. Chris Bachman, the play-by-play. 2-1. Tornadoes leading ELC. Bottom of the 4th inning. Runners at 1st and 2nd for the Tornadoes. Nobody out. And Owen Larson steps off the mound. Bachman back in there. He's been battling, fouling off 4 2-strike pitches, and the pitch here is swung on and fouled out of play again. Fastball tailing away. Bachman tried to bunt the runners over on the first 2 pitches, found himself behind 0-2. The count now 1-2. He has fouled off 5 2-strike pitches. As Larson will set again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it. Foul tip into the mitt. Got a piece of it. The Bachman foul tip into the mitt of Blake Evans for the first out. Now Aiden Phillips had the 2-run single in the 2nd inning. Tornadoes leading 2-1. Lowman still at 2nd. DeMay at 1st base. RBIs number 9 and 10 for Phillips, thanks to that single. And Larson will once again set, and a pitch up in the zone. Fastball missed. Softball game now through 4 innings. ELC 8, Storm Lake 0. We're in the bottom of the 4th here in the baseball game. 2-1 Tornadoes. And Larson's pitch. That one slider catches the inside corner. On deck hitter Alan White. 2-1 green and white. Aiden Phillips, right-handed hitter. And the 1-1 pitch. This one drilled deep left field. This one is back. This one is up, and it is off the wall. Rollman scores. DeMay is being waved in. The throw comes in, and he is safe as Aiden Phillips has driven it out. Storm Lake Tornado runs, crushing one off the left center field fence, and Storm Lake leads 4-1. For Phillips, his 2nd double this season. A 4 RBI night, and the Tornadoes lead it 4-1. Boy, he crushed that pitch. And last season, Phillips had a couple of great games against the ELC pitching staff, and Michael Knapp aware of that after not playing last night, DHing him here tonight, and not a good swing by Alan White. Swings and misses, strike 1. 4-1 score, Storm Lake in front, bottom of the 4th inning. And Larson's pitch outside. On deck hitter Jake White. Owen Larson, he has struck out 6 batters in the game. Has issued a pair of walks in the pitch. And it gets off the glove of Blake Evans, and Phillips takes 3rd base on a pass ball. Phillips had a base running mistake in the 2nd, trying to steal 3rd, was thrown out easily by Evans. Gets 3rd base here on a pass ball. And with 1 out in the inning, see if Alan White can put this ball in play. Give Phillips a chance to score and get another run in. It's Larson sets his 2-1 pitch. Outside corner with the fastball, and the count's even. Storm Lake 2 runs in the 2nd, 2 more here in the 4th inning. And the pitch delivered, ground ball left side. It's going to be Miller, a shortstop pass, no chance for the first base. Oh my goodness. One scores. Now that was close play at first. Alan White picks up a run batted in on a 6-3 putout, scoring Aiden Phillips. My goodness. Alan White looks safe to me. 2 outs now in the inning. Bases are empty. 3 runs in. 5-1 Storm Lake with the lead, and Jake White steps in the batter's box. Struck out looking to start the third and looks at a fastball up high for ball 1. Swings and misses. Quenching the thirst with an ice cold water here on a warm Wednesday night in Storm Lake, Iowa. Ground ball right side on a slider. Petta, second baseman, gloves. Had a tough time getting it out of the glove, but throws over to Malachek for the out. Storm Lake, however, scores 2 more runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and no one left on base. Through 4 innings, Storm Lake 4, ELC 1. This is Lakes Conference Baseball on 92.9 The Moose. What else you gonna eat?
Nothing. I think I'm full for now. You had me dead when you were saying that.
What's that?
You had me dead when you were saying that. I didn't expect you to say anything about me.
Get up, talk about you, Hicksy. I'll take it.
I got a sneak peek of what's next. I have to use the restroom. I have to use the restroom room.
Top half of the 5th inning, 8-9-1 in the Midgets batting order, and a slider in there for a called strike to Hayden Cornwall, followed by Carson Grange and Owen Larson. 5-1, beg your pardon, 5-1 Storm Lake. Fastball missed. Jake Eady in 4 innings has given up a run on 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. He's hit 1 batter on 3 hits, I should say. Has not walked anyone. Pitch here. Swing and a miss. Fastball tailing in on the right-handed swinging Cornwall. Esterville Lincoln Central expands their softball lead to 9-0. That midget softball team is for real. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play right side. Storm Lake 13-0 heading into that softball game. Aiden Phillips swinging the big stick tonight for the Tornadoes. 2 for 2 with 4 runs batted in. And Jake Eady's been solid through 4 frames. And the 1-2 pitch, slider up in the zone. Cornwall struck out swinging in the second. One of the 6 strikeouts in the game by Eady. Jake's ready. And the right-hander lets it fly. Slider, almost outside for a count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Hayden Cornwall. And the pitch. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 7 in the baseball game for Jake Eady. Leadoff batter retired here in the 5th inning, and it brings up Carson Grange. Well, tonight's game versus the Midgets completes the first round of conference games for the Storm Lake Tornadoes. And Friday, we'll host Spencer. Slider in there for a strike. Friday's ball game versus Spencer will give Storm Lake a chance to avenge a 7-6 loss to the Tigers up at their place. 1 strike pitch. Oh, swing and a miss and a slider. That wasn't even close. And also, Friday's game will be broadcast on Mix 101.7. We will also be video streaming Friday night's game against the Tigers. No ball, 2-strike count. Edie now delivers. Swing and a miss and another slider. Pops out of the glove of Byholt. Throws down to DeBergston for the forced play. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the fifth. That brings up the top of the order. And Owen Larson. Larson tripled on the first pitch of the game. An out later, he would score on a ground out off the bat of Blake Evans. The only run of the game allowed by Jake Edie. Pitch. Fastball, a little bit high. Larson grounded out to Lowman at third in the third inning. And Jake now with the 1-0. Slider missed inside. Aiden Swanson on deck here for the Midgets, batting in the top half of the fifth inning. Game moving right along here as Edie delivers. Up high, 3 balls, no strikes. Storm Lake, 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 1 left on. ELC, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. They've stranded 3, and there's, he hit Larson in the front knee. His left knee area, Larson goes down, and now up on his feet. He'll try and walk that off down the first base. So Owen Larson hit by a pitch. And he jogs down the first, appears to be just fine. And that will bring up Aiden Swanson. The Tornado outfield. Left fielder Bachman has not had any action, neither has Barrerio. There's been a couple triples hit the right field. Otherwise, everything on the ground or strikeouts. 2-out base runner here for the Midgets, who trail 5-1. Batting in the top of the fifth. They're going to get a courtesy runner there for Owen Larson. Good idea. And the courtesy runner for ELC. I'll let you know here in a moment. So with 2 away, nope, that's not it. I need their lineup for tonight. Right there, Braden on the right. There you go. Thank you. So the courtesy runner for the pitcher is Cale Shadow. And a pitch. Slider, swing and a miss by Swanson. So in 2-run for the pitcher, Cale Shadow at first base. SHATTO. 5-1, Storm Lake leading on the scoreboard, top of the fifth inning. A 1-strike count to the right-handed hitter Swanson, who has struck out twice, and a throw to first base. Shadows back in safely. Jake baseball back in his right hand. Lead now at first for Shadow, held on by DeBergston. Big gap to left center field here for the right-handed hitter Swanson in the pitch. Slider, ground ball left side. DeMay's going to have to charge. Picks on the run. Fires, throw not in time. Infield single for Aiden Swanson, and the Midgets now with runners at first and second and 2 outs for Blake Evans. Evans, a good hitter who tonight is 0 for 2. Has grounded out twice. Midgets need a clutch 2-out hit here, trailing Storm Lake 5-1. First baseman DeBergston back behind the runner. Pitch. Slider missed away. Blake Evans coming into tonight, 21 runs batted in. And the pitch here. Ground ball, right side, past White. Center fielder Barrerio will barehand pick up, fire in, and the throw cut off, and a throw to first base. We got him! Out of first base! Big play! The pitcher, Jake Edie, cuts off the throw home by Barrerio and fires over to DeBergston to give Blake Evans. So Evans with an RBI single, and then a 8-1-3 third out at first base. A big play. Shadow scoring on the base hit. For ELC in the top of the fifth. 1 run, 2 hits, no Storm Lake errors, and 1 left on base. Stretch time in Storm Lake. It's now Storm Lake 5, ELC 2. More baseball in 30 seconds on 92.9 The Moose. Well, the softball game between two undefeated teams at the end of the fifth inning. Estorville Lincoln Central 9, Storm Lake 0. Baseball game now in the bottom of the fifth. Estorville Lincoln Central softball pitcher Riley Yeager has been incredible this season. And so far through 5 innings has struck out 11 tornadoes in that softball game. Storm Lake will have the top of the order due up here in the bottom of the fifth inning, leading 5-2. Charlie DeBergston, Jake Eady, and Edgar Barrerio. Charlie 0 for 2 has struck out twice looking. And Owen Larson in 4 innings. Well, he's given up 4 runs, all earned on 5 hits. He has a total of 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. Slider away for ball 1. Midgets get one back though, but Storm Lake with a nice play there to end the fifth. That's why you hit the cutoff, kids. Fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the leadoff hitter, Charlie DeBergston. Larson's pitch. Slider swing and a miss.
Jake cut it off.
1 ball, 2 strike count. DeBergston
Jake threw to Charlie.
looks a fastball outside 2-2. Charlie a .532 on base percentage. Trying to get on base for the first time tonight. Foul ball out of play right side. Count remains 2-2. Aiden Phillips, a 2-run single in the second and a 2-run double off the left center field wall in the fourth. Swinging a foul. The other RBI for Storm Lake tonight, an RBI groundout off the bat of Alan White. For White, his 5th run batted in, and for Phillips, he now has 12 on the season. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count to the Tornado first baseman, Charlie DeBergston. Right-handed hitter, a conference between Evans and Larson. Brief conversation, and the 2-2 pitch. Up in the zone, the slider misses. Full count with Jake Eady and Edgar Barrerio following here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch delivered, swing and a miss. DeBergston down on strikes for the 3rd time in the ball game, and that'll bring up Eady, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Jake pitching very well again here tonight. Storm Lake in front by the score of 5-2. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Larson from the windup delivers this pitch, swing and a foul. That one hurt Blake Evans. He's going to walk toward that foul ball near the Midgets dugout, first base side. Storm Lake baseball fans, it's hard to believe, but it was a month ago tomorrow that Storm Lake played their first game of the season in Holstein, a 12-0 win over Ridgeview. If you win this game tonight, it would be a 16-4 start for this Tornado team, and they would be tied for first place in the Lakes Conference. Ground ball right side, second baseman Petta waits. Fields throws to Malachek at first, and there's 2 outs. So after the Friday game with Spencer, the schedule lightens up a little bit. Next week, you'll have a game at home against Algona Tuesday, at Spirit Lake Wednesday, and then a big game 1 week from tomorrow when the Tornadoes host their nemesis, MOC Floyd Valley. Pitch outside to Edgar, ball 1. Following week, Cherokee, Estorville, Lincoln Central, and then on July 3rd, a Monday game at Humboldt. Ground ball foul, count 1-1. And then it's tournament time. I mean, the summer, we always talk about how fast summer goes. Well, so does your baseball season. 2 outs here in the home half of the 5th. Storm Lake in front 5-2. Bases are empty. Edgar calls timeout. One thing I was visiting about my son Brody telling me after last night's game, every game during the national anthem, as the pitch in there for a called strike 2. Brody will be out in center field. He looks over his shoulder, sees 3 teammates at second base, 3 more teammates in the mound, and savors every second. In his senior year, he realizes, and this is it. Here's a foul ball straight back, and the count rides along at 1-2. And this is a great senior class on this year's Storm Lake baseball team. Good leadership out of these guys. 1-2 pitch on the way to Edgar. This one hit center field. It could drop going back. Shortstop Miller. Oh, he makes a terrific catch falling down. Really good play by the midget shortstop, and the Tornadoes retired in order in the 5th inning. It is a score of 5-2 Storm Lake heading into the 6th. More baseball in a minute on 92.9 The Moose. Top half of the 6th inning in our baseball game. The score, Storm Lake 5, ELC 2. Jake Eady begins his 6th inning of work, and a slider's in there for a called strike 1 to Cale Miller, who was 2 for 2 in the ball game. 2 of the midgets, 4 hits, including a triple in the first. Slider hit right at the shortstop, Hunter DeMay, charging fields on the second bounce. The throw to Robertson in time. So Cale Miller retired for the first time here tonight in this baseball game, and it brings up the first baseman, Kendall Malachek. Storm Lake out hitting the midgets 5-4 in this 5-2 lead. And the Eady pitch, slider in there for a called strike. Malachek is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. And the pitch here misses. What's going on over there, Will? Get an update on the softball game. A lot of cheering going on over there. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Malachek, and Eady's pitch inside with the fastball moves to 2-1. One out, bases are empty. Top of the 6th inning, in the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, miss, blew it right by him. Jake Eady in this game has struck out a total of 8 batters, has hit 2. And the 2-2 slider, swing and a miss, one way away from Bodholt, and they ring up Malachek. I think the home plate umpire actually said Ty Bodholt did not drop that baseball, but Bodholt threw it down there anyway. Strikeout number 9 in the game for Eady. 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the top of the 6th inning for Eskerville Lincoln Central. Tornadoes leading this game 5-2. And the pitch. Ooh, look out. Fastball almost got him. One ball, no strike count. And the pitch. Up in the zone. 2 balls, no strikes now to Kyle Quasted, who was 0 for 2. And Jake now delivers a 2-0 pitch. This one a little fister foul, first base side. We're in the top of the 6th inning, a 5-2 Tornado lead. 2 outs, bases are empty, and Kyle Quasted at the plate awaits a 2-1. Fastball, fisted foul again, right side. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Jake trying for a 1-2-3 inning, something he did only, he's done that twice in the second and third innings. Had a streak of 7 straight, retired during that stretch. And now Edie, the right-hander's 2-2 pitch. Slider, swing and a miss. Botholm will throw it out on the first base. Inning is over. Edie strikes out 2 more. Midget's retired. 1-2-3. And the Storm Lake Tornadoes take a 5-2 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning. More baseball coming up in a moment on 92.9 The Moose. I can add it up.
Looks like it's 9-2 over there.
9-2.
Yeah.
Thanks. $74. Yep.
74.
I'll take it. I'll take it after this. Bottom of the 6th inning, Carson Lohman looks at a pitch away for ball 1. DeMay and Bachman follow. Another pitch away, 2 balls, no strikes. Carson 1 for 2, runs scored. He singled in the 4th inning. Storm Lake leading this game 5-2. The pitch. Ground ball toward the shortstop, Cale Miller, ranges over to his left near the bag, picks, fires across, and out number 1. Cale Miller, the shortstop, fielding that baseball near the second base bag. Makes the routine play, and Lohman retired. And that brings up Hunter DeMay, who's been aboard twice, singled and scored in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th. Storm Lake, 2 runs in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th inning, leading 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch up in the zone, ball 1. The damage done tonight by the Tornadoes, 4, 5, 6, 7 hitters. Pitch misses, 2-0. Between Lohman, DeMay, Bachman, and Phillips, that's where all 5 of the Storm Lake hits come from. Another pitch missing, it's now 3-0. 1 away, bases are empty here in the home half of the 6th inning, and the pitch, it's grooved in there for a called strike. Aiden Phillips has 2 of the Tornado 5 hits, has driven in 4. And the pitch on the way. Outside to the backstop. Another walk drawn by Hunter DeMay, and the Tornadoes have a base runner for Brody Bachman. Brody hit a solid line drive double to right field and scored in the 2nd. Then had a really good at-bat in the 4th, despite striking out. It wasn't that great of an at-bat, you could say, because he tried to put down a sacrifice bunt, throw to first, DeMay's back. Could not do so on the first 2 attempts, got himself behind 0-2, would foul off 5 2-strike pitches before eventually striking out swinging. Another throw to first and DeMay's back. Hunter, 9 for 10 in stolen bases this year. And Owen Larson ready to pitch to Brody Bachman, and another throw to first. Hunter's back in safe. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-2 Tornadoes. And Bachman calling for time, did not get it. Pitch. And tried to bunt, missed it.
Here we go, Brody. Come on, Brody.
Coach Knapp will get down at Bachman, not giving any signs. That may have been Brody's choice. Now he's going to go through some signs as DeMay has his lead. And Bachman in the batter's box. 1 for 2 in the game. You have Phillips on deck. He's had the big stick tonight. And now the pitch. And this one bunted. Third base side. Dead. Bachman aboard on the error by the third baseman Kyle Quastad. And Storm Lake with runners at first and second with the man Aiden Phillips at the plate. 2-run single in the second, a 2-run double in the fourth. So first and second with 1 out, Tornadoes would love some insurance, leading 5-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Larson will set and delivers. Fastball just missed outside. Alan White on deck. And Coach Knapp, third base side. Bachman, big lead at first, not held on. DeMay will step off second base now. Last time up, Phillips hit one off the left center field wall. It was his second double of the season. And here's the pitch. Oh, that fastball right in there for a called strike one. Well, the Storm Lake softball team is on the board. They trail 9-2 after 6 innings. As Larson delivers, way outside, off the glove of Evans. DeMay and Bachman will move up the base. That'll be a wild pitch in my book, even though it went off the glove of Evans. That one was way outside. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count now to Aiden Phillips. Boy, a chance again for this kid to pick up a couple more runs batted in. Has 4 so far in this game. DeMay at third, Bachman at second. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Tornadoes lead 5-2, and now Lee Evans, coach for the Midgets, strolling out to the pitching mound right now. Owen Larson, he threw 34 pitches in their 4-3 win over Spirit Lake on Monday. This is just going to be a conference softball update. Now heading into the bottom of the 7th inning, ELC leads 9-2. Baseball game is 5-2. Tornadoes, green and white, scored 2 in the 2nd inning, stringing together 3 straight hits after 1 out. DeMay singled, Bachman doubled, and then Phillips with a 2-run single. In the 4th inning, a leadoff single by Lohman, followed by a walk to DeMay. Bachman struck out, then Phillips, a 2-run double off the left center field fence, made it 4-1. He would take third on a pass ball and then score on a ground out off the bat of Alan White. And those are the 5 Storm Lake runs. ELC plated 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th. Now the conference broken up. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. DeMay at third, Bachman at second. Phillips at the plate. The pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Again, Alan White on deck. Phillips back in the batter's box. Larson sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it. So Phillips strikes out. That is the 8th. Make it the 9th strikeout of the game for Owen Larson. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position for Alan White, freshman second baseman. And the pitch. Here's a fly ball center field coming in on his horse. Swanson there makes the catch, hitting over. Storm Lake threatens but fails to score in the 6th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. We head for the 7th inning. It is Storm Lake 5, ELC 2. More baseballs coming up in a minute on 92.9 The Moose. music, Marcus. Cut the music. All right, Jake Eady's first pitch to Cade Crease, the DH, missed for ball one. Bottom third of the order, 1-0, missed outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom third of this Midgets batting order is 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. Eady has struck out 10 in the game. The pitch, 1 hopper, 3 ball, no strike count to the leadoff hitter. Cornwall and Grange follow. 5-2, Storm Lake the lead. 3-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Jake has not walked anyone. He has hit 2 batters. And can he come back from the 3-0? This pitch, outside ball 4. Leadoff batter aboard on the walk. 74 pitches for Eady entering the 7th inning. Well, now Cornwall steps in, 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts. Midgets have the leadoff batter aboard here in the top half of the 7th inning, and that's what they need. Base runners get that tying run to the plate. Fastball's in there for a strike. ELC again the night off tomorrow, playing at Cherokee Friday. Storm Lake the night off tomorrow, hosting Spencer Friday night. 1 strike pitch. Swing and a miss at the slider, breaking away from Cornwall. Charlie DeBergston will get the ball Friday night and get the start for the green and white. No ball, 2 strike count here to Hayden Cornwall with a runner at first and nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. And Eady's pitch, slider, he didn't bite on that one, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Cornwall back in the batter's box. At first is Crease, held on by DeBergston. Will go slider again. Jake Eady now delivers. Fastball fouled back. Good cut by Hayden Cornwall. And the count still a ball and 2 strikes. Storm Lake, a win tonight puts them 16-4. That's an 80% win percentage. And a 1-2. Did it ring him up? Yes, it did. Slider got him looking. Strikeout number 11 for Jake Eady in the ball game, and it brings up Carson Grange, who was 0 for 2 and has struck out twice. Crease still aboard at first. The Midgets scored a run on a pair of triples in the 1st inning. Had a hit in the 4th and a hit in the 5th. Pitch. Slider in there for a called strike 1. 1 strike count. Final score in the softball game. Esterville Lincoln Central 9, Storm Lake 2. Eady now. 1 strike pitch. Slider swing and a miss. Ahead of Grange quickly. Curtis Grange in his plate appearances tonight has seen a total of 10 pitches, 9 of them for strikes. And this one, slider inside. 1 ball, 2 strike count. On deck, Owen Larson. Tornado Baseball leading 5-2. And Jake will set, and the 1-2. Fastball grounded right side. Alan White will charge. Throw to DeMay for 1. The relay is not in time. Lead batter retired. Crease forced out on the 4-6 putout. Grange aboard on a fielder's choice, and it brings up Owen Larson to the plate for the 4th time in the game. He is 1 for 2. Tripled on the first pitch of the game, scored in the 1st, ground out to Lowman at 3rd in the 3rd inning, hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th. This slider had a back away, breaks across the plate, strike 1 called. 5-2, Storm Lake the lead, top of 7, 2 outs. Runner at first base is Grange. Eady now with the 1 strike pitch. Fastball missed just outside. On deck hitter Aiden Swanson. Outfield, Edgar Barrerio shaded toward right. Big gap to left center field. Jake, good velocity still here in the 7th inning. And now the 1-1 pitch. Slider swinging and a miss. So it's been nasty all night and all season. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs in this Key Lakes Conference matchup. Off first base with his lead is Grange. Edie has the sign. Larson in the batter's box ready. The pitch. Ground ball right side up the first baseline. Edie will field. Flip it to Mursky. Game over. Tornadoes have won. Final score 5-2. And in the 7th for ELC, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. A 5-2 Storm Lake win. The post game starts after this on 92.9 The Moose. Nate goes 60, Weather 60. Have a good one, Marcus. All right, Nate, see Brody's at bats. Memphis Regional. Don't start recording until I get the kids up here. Storm Lake softball team suffered their first loss, 9-2, the final. Storm Lake baseball team a winner, 5-2. Let's recap the scoring in the bottom of the 2nd inning after the Tornadoes fell behind 1-0 thanks to Owen Larson hitting the first pitch of the game for a triple. 1 out later scored on a ground ball off the bat of Blake Evans. Midgets led 1-0. After 1 out in the 2nd, DeMay singled, Bachman doubled, and then Aiden Phillips, a 2-run single, made it 2-1 Tornadoes. Bottom of the 4th inning, for Storm Lake, Molman led off with a single. DeMay walked. And then Aiden Phillips doubled off the left center field fence, making it 4-1. He would take third on a pass ball, score on an Allen White ground ball, and it was 5-1 Tornadoes. Midgets got another run in the top of the 5th inning on an RBI single from Blake Evans, giving us the final of 5-2. Let me recap my Midgets hits in this game. They had 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 4th. They had 2 hits. I had 2 hits in my book. There's 5 on the scoreboard, but in my book, Storm Lake 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, stranding 3 base runners. Esterville Lincoln Central 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and the Midgets strand 5. Losing pitcher tonight, Owen Larson, went 6 innings, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 8 and walked 3. Winning pitcher tonight, Jake Eady, goes the distance, improving his season record to 3-2. Gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 11, walked 1, hit 2 batters, and I had him for 93 pitches, might be 94. We'll ask Coach Knapp when he gets up here. And we'll be joined by a few Tornado baseball players, Aiden Phillips, Jake Eady, Brody Bachman will join me in the postgame. Up next, it's tonight's Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC of Odebo Player of the Game, and that's coming right up. All right, I'll take it after this, and we'll get Coach Knapp up here, start recording. He's on his way. Well, tonight I'll be sharing the Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC of Odebo Player of the Game between 3 phases. Number 1, we're going to give the Player of the Game to Jake Eady, improving to 3-2, pitched very well tonight, going the distance, struck out 11. We're going to share the Player of the Game with Aiden Phillips, who had 2 big hits, went 2 for 3 in the game, drove in 4 runs. And we're going to share the game, that Player of the Game, with the Tornado defense, perfect in the field tonight. The Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet GMC of Odebo Players of the Game. Storm Lake defeats Estoril Lincoln Central by the final of 5-2. We'll have a few players on the airwaves in a moment. First, Coach Michael Knapp. Really good effort by your guys tonight.
Yeah, that was awesome to see. You know, in these tight games and these big games, it takes everybody, and got contributions from everybody, including guys in the dugout. It was great for JV guys to be a part of that in the game as well.
Talk about Jake Eady's pitching.
God, unbelievable. It's not easy going up against number 3 team in the state like them. They got a good lineup, but he made it look easy all night, and after the first one, he really settled in nicely, and they were cruising.
I might be off by 1, but I had him at 93 pitches in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Okay, very good game, improves to 3-2. Talk about some of the production from your lineup, especially tonight anyway, in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, we talked about post-game, Hunter DeMay going down to the 5-hole. But he was awesome in the leadoff spot tonight. He led off both innings where we scored. Got us going, and Aiden Phillips down in the 7-hole was a big RBI guy today with 4 RBIs. So awesome to see those guys, and it's nice to have that luxury of it's a different guy every night. Like it's been Charlie and Jake and Edgar, but tonight Hunter and Aiden really stepped up, and that's awesome to see.
Well, 3 games this week, 3 wins. Friday night, Spencer here, chance to avenge an earlier loss.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that one. Caps off a big week. Had a lot of success so far, but we will not be satisfied unless we get a win Friday.
All right, Coach, appreciate you coming up. I'll have you hand the headset to our winning pitcher tonight, Jake Eady, who is up next. Jake, again, his line tonight, 7 innings pitched, giving up 2 runs, 5 hits, striking out 11, walking 1, hit 2 batters. Jake, you were in control tonight. Tell me about what you think of your performance.
Well, it wasn't bad. I had some help behind me, and I made some great stops on some dropped in strikes. And Coach Knapp and Coach Mark had these guys scouted out pretty well. So
Yeah,
dropped those strikes.
you talk about Coach Mark, your big brother, Mark Eady, on the pitching staff side of things.